Hi, and welcome to my presentation on Family Literacy Nights. I know that Family Literacy Nights are nothing particularly new, but it's something that our school hasn't had in years. And so I wanted to make sure that we try to bring this tradition back. What I'm proposing is four themed Family Literacy Night events. We'd have one in each of the 9-week grading periods. It would focus on grades K through 3. Now, I don't mean to leave out fourth and fifth grade, but the focus of this is going to be fluency, comprehension, and a love of reading. We would want to do something else a little bit different for fourth and fifth grade because I want to focus on with this is early literacy skills. They be held in the evenings from 5:30 to 7:30 with 20-minute station rotations for the families. We'd host it with a school our size, which is huge, two groups within an hour, and we would give them wristbands to know what time that they come based on their sign up. There would be definitely teacher and staff involvement needed in order to run the rotation stations and manage the crowds that we would have. So, for the four family nights, in September, I wanted to focus on Storytime September. This would be more back to school themed, really with an emphasis on getting to know the school, getting to understand the literacy program, being comfortable with the library and the resources that are available there, and focusing on those skills that they need at the beginning of school, especially for our earliest readers. In December, it would be a winter wonderland theme. That one would be a little more family focused, a little more community focused, but also still with that emphasis on literature. For February, it will be fairy and folktale themed. And then the last one would be in May, right before the end of the school, to give that final push to encourage that summer reading so that we can prevent some of the reading slide that happens over the summer and the loss of reading abilities. And that would hopefully give our parents and our families the resources that they need to keep everything going so that when our kiddos come back the next year, they are ready to go with very little sliding. So the proposed events at the literacy nights, it would be a combination of literacy stations that parents would go to with their children that were guided by teachers, staff, or instructional coaches so that they could get skills that they need, but in a fun, engaging, and interactive way to promote community as well. There will be fluency and phonic stations. Readers Theater. Readers Theater is such a great way to improve reading comprehension and especially fluency. So there'd be a Readers Theater station, also a retelling and sequencing station. This would be game based, just like everything that we would have. It's all going to be activity and game based. We want to make sure that we're using research based strategies but in the gamifications to keep students and families involved and make it feel like something they could also then take to their home to continue to bridge that gap between home and school. There would also be read alouds. We would schedule guest readers either from the school community and the community outside our school. We would have public library outreach where we invite the public librarian in to have an area where parents can learn more about the public library, sign up for library cards if they don't have them already, and just get that community connection between the public library and our school library. There would also be an independent reading area where families can utilize the library and have a place to just go and read together. That's a huge benefit to all students academically. We'd also have craftivities that for each of the games, we would want to have a make and take so that they could take those things and recreate it at home for at home practice. And then literacy based makerspace and STEAM challenges that connect to literacy. A really great example is using robotics in order to foster a retelling ability, using maker spaces to talk about character and plot, things like that that are going to help students out. Who will benefit? Yes, the focus is kindergarten through third grade, trying to get those early literacy years. Not that we're purposely leaving fourth and fifth grade out. If families have fourth and fifth graders, of course, they would be able to attend. We may even look at doing either a separate fourth and fifth grade night or perhaps doing something connected to fourth and fifth graders where they are part of helping and working that. That would give them that community involvement where they're helping the little kids. This is also going to impact our families of emergent bilingual students. Getting the parent involvement from our non native speaking English families is very difficult, and we really want to make sure to keep this in mind as we design the event. It's going to affect the overall school community. We need to be doing community outreach, and it's going to provide our opportunity for our staff to give that available outreach to their families beyond the normal everyday classroom tasks. Family literacy nights matter. Research studies have absolutely shown that family engagement is a huge part of a child's development, both in and out of school. Parental involvement and academic success go hand in hand. It's a proven connection to less dropout rate, higher student test scores, and anytime that families are reading to their kids, telling stories, and encouraging literacy skills, the impact is measurable. There are research-based results. These types of events, they engage parents in the community, making that connection that we're all a team. It's going to reinforce literacy skills for student achievement. And the research has shown that this sort of event builds positive relations between schools and families. And when positive relationships between schools and families exist, student achievement has a direct impact. The objectives and the outcomes for the family literacy nights, we're looking at improved reading levels, improved fluency and phonetic accuracy, increased reading comprehension levels, and growth in the on level indicators for students beyond state testing. The increased excitement for reading is hopefully going to be a huge impact as well. We'd like to see an increased interest in self-selected independent reading, improvement in sustained silent reading, which has been proven to boost literacy as well, increased circulation for materials in reading enjoyment. How are we going to measure this impact? So the impact evaluation needs to be measurable and evaluated. The way that we're going to evaluate student reading level achievement is tracking year over year growth trends in both the fluency and the reading levels. Teachers will do that in the classrooms with running records, fluency probes, and then their reading level assessments that they're giving all the time anyway to every student. But the data will be gathered to analyze the students who participated in these events and those that did not to see if we can spot some trends. For feedback on the event themselves, surveys will be sent to all participating families and staff members for feedback. Also, we'd be looking at the circulation data in the library to analyze and compare the trends between those who participated and those who did not to see if it is having an impact on independent self selected reading. The budget that we're requesting right now is $1,000 for decorations, and this is going to cover all four of the sessions. Many of the decorations will be student created, so that'll be at a low cost to no cost. And then a lot of the first time costs will include reusable items as well. For refreshments, we need $500 for refreshments. Most of that would be on disposable items, plates, napkins, cups, perhaps beverages, but we are going to solicit local vendor donations as well to supplement the budget. The main part of the budget is going to be supplies. We're asking for $2,000 for supplies to cover all four of the sessions. Some of this will include reusable arts and craft supplies. Others are going to be to fund the consumables for the make and take activities that parents will be able to take home with them, including paper, baggies, and things like that, and game pieces, dice, and such. I really hope that you'll consider funding our family literacy nights. I think it's a great benefit to our school, and I can't wait to have it all implemented. Thank you.